Hello everyone, I am Disha Pamecha and you can call me Didi. Today we are going to start with part 4 of chapter Chemical Reactions and Equations. Lastly, in this chapter, we had read about the physical and the chemical changes, and also we learned how to write a chemical equation. Then we had started with the types of chemical reaction where we learned about the combination one. In this video, we are going to step on to the second type of chemical reaction, that is decomposition reaction. Now, when we were reading about the combination reaction, there were two or more products which combined to form one new product. Here in this video, we are going to break down one single reactant into many simpler products. So the basic competency of this video is that we are going to read about the decomposition reaction. So lastly, we had done about the combination reaction, and today we are going to read about the decomposition reaction. Now tell me one thing, that what does the word decomposition strike in your mind? When you hear about this, that for example, something is undergoing decomposition, it basically strikes that something is breaking down into simpler substances. अभी आप जब भी किसी जंगल के रास्ते से जाते हो, whenever you're crossing a jungle, you always get certain kind of smell. And we say that some animal must have died. So what is happening? The body of that animal is decomposing into simpler products, that is carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen, nitrogen, right? So this is known as decomposition. What is decomposition? A bigger reactant on getting some kind of energy is breaking down into smaller and simpler products. Understood? What is decomposition? A bigger reactant. Bigger reactant is broken down on the influence of energy into simpler and smaller products. Understood? Right? So now what is the definition of decomposition reaction going to be? That single reactant breaks down to give simpler products. Right? But what we need to remember is, whenever we have to break down one single big reactant, to break this down, we always need to give certain kind of energy. What do we have to give? We need to give certain kind of energy. And this energy can either be in the form of heat, it can be form of light, and it can be also electricity. So on the basis of which kind of energy is used, decomposition is categorized into 3 types. Understood? So when we are using heat to break down a reactant, it is known as thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition कब होता है? When we are using heat. Now, when we are using electricity for decomposition, it is known as electrolytic decomposition. That is, when we are using electricity. And when we are using light for the decomposition reaction to break down the reactants into simpler products, that is known as photolytic decomposition, where we are using light as the energy. Understood? So now we are going to firstly understand that how heat works in decomposing something. Let's take up one very simple example. I am sure that you're all familiar with this. Can you tell me what is this? Can you quickly tell me what is this? Yes, I can hear you. This is कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट. कहाँ बनाया था हमने ये कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट? जल्दी से याद करके बताएंगे. कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट बना था जब हमने व्हाइट वॉशिंग में कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड से वॉल्स को व्हाइट वॉश किया. एयर में प्रेजेंट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ने रिएक्ट करके क्या बनाया था? कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट बनाया था. ये कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट क्या है? दिस इज अ लाइमस्टोन. ये क्या है? दिस इज अ लाइमस्टोन. Understood? So calcium carbonate is a limestone, and we have what? We have CaO as the quicklime, and what do we have? We have calcium hydroxide as the slaked lime. Understood? Now we are going to break down this calcium carbonate by the use of heat. Now we have taken this calcium carbonate एंड हमने इसके ऊपर क्या अप्लाई किया है? इसके सॉलिड फॉर्म पे हमने अप्लाई की है हीट. Do you remember that whenever we are using heat, we represent heat by the symbol of a triangle. Understood? Calcium carbonate को हमने heat दिया है. Now the calcium carbonate is breaking down into simpler products. That is calcium oxide, that is in solid form, and there is a release of gas, that is carbon dioxide gas. क्या हुआ है यहाँ पे? कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट को, दैट इज लाइमस्टोन को हमने हीट दिया. हीट देने पर ये क्या हो गया है? ब्रेक डाउन हो गया है. किसमें हो गया है? कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड, जिसको हम और क्या बोलते हैं? क्विक लाइम बोलते हैं. एंड साथ ही में हमें क्या मिली है? वी हैव ऑल्सो गॉटन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड गैस. अंडरस्टूड? बात समझ में आ गई? तो इससे हमें क्या समझ में आ रहा है? दैट व्हेनेवर वी आर यूजिंग हीट फॉर डिकम्पोजिशन, इट इज नोन एज thermal decomposition. How is this thermal decomposition happening? When we are adding or when we are putting heat on limestone, that is calcium carbonate, we are getting quicklime, calcium oxide in solid form, along with the gaseous form of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Understood? बात समझ में आ रही है? Now, this is a very very important reaction जहां पे हमें क्या मिल रहा है? कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड मिल रहा है. अंडरस्टूड? ये जो कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड है, ये हमारे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ सीमेंट में काम आता है. कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड ने सोचा कि कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट भी काम आ रहा है मार्बल बनने में, चौक बनने में, स्लेग लाइम भी काम आ रहा है व्हाइट वॉशिंग में, तो मैं क्यों पीछे रहूं? तो कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड ने बोला कि मैं भी किस में काम आऊंगा? मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ सीमेंट में. या आपकी बुक में एक लाइन लिखी हुई है दैट दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शन, एंड यहाँ पे जो कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड है दैट इज यूज्ड इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑफ सीमेंट. बात समझ में आ गई? सो दिस वाज वन ऑफ द डेली एक्सपीरियंसेस जहां हम थर्मल डिकम्पोजिशन करते हैं. बट यहाँ पे वी हैव वन female who's trying to explain us that how the thermal decomposition is used in labs. So there's one activity in your book where a female is burning what? Ferrous sulfate crystals. She has taken a test tube and she is burning those ferrous sulfate crystals, and she's asking that what are the observations observed on heating ferrous sulfate crystals. Now what has she done? She has taken a test tube, held it with the help of tongs. She's holding it with the help of tongs, and test tube के अंदर उसने ferrous sulfate के crystals डाल दिए, and she's put it on the Bunsen burner flame. Now when she's burning this ferrous sulfate crystals, she's getting some kind of fumes. Can you see she's getting some kind of fumes? So now tell me, whenever you're working with this heat and whenever you're getting fumes, do you turn it towards yourself? No. Do you turn it towards somebody else? Of course not. You'll always turn it towards where nobody is harmed, जहाँ पे किसी को भी harm नहीं होने वाला है. You should turn it away from yourself. Right? Understood. Now in this reaction, when these ferrous sulfate crystals are being burnt, so what is happening? Now see, the ferrous sulfate crystals have some water molecules attached to it. One molecule of ferrous sulfate crystals. Now speak up with me and write with me. One molecule of ferrous sulfate crystals has 7 molecules of water. Now what happens when you have dried your clothes in sun? पानी उसमें से इवेपोरेट हो जाता है, आपके कपड़े ड्राई हो जाते हैं. सिमिलरली ये जो आपके फेरस सल्फेट .7H2O है, जब इसको हीट किया जाएगा तो क्या होएगा? Water molecules will escape because water molecules now know that heating has started. Heating has started. Now the girl is continuously heating those ferrous sulfate crystals. The water molecules have escaped. The water molecules have escaped. Now this ferrous sulfate is further heated, right? And on further heating, the ferrous sulfate breaks down into simpler products. It first of all breaks down into ferric oxide, that is Fe2O3, and it is also giving a smell of rotten eggs. वो कहाँ से आ रही है rotten eggs की smell? Sulfur dioxide से and sulfur ट्राईऑक्साइड के गैसेस के वजह से. अंडरस्टूड? हो क्या रहा है? ये जो फेरस सल्फेट के क्रिस्टल्स हैं, जब इनके साथ में क्या है, वाटर अटैच्ड है, दैट टाइम दे आर व्हाट कलर्ड क्रिस्टल्स? They are green colored crystals. But on heating, these water molecules evaporate and they get separated from ferrous sulfate. Now ferrous sulfate loses the green color and turns white. Now on further heating these white ferrous sulfate crystals, these ferrous sulfate crystals convert into फेरिक ऑक्साइड Fe2O3. मेरे साथ साथ बोलेंगे क्या? फेरिक ऑक्साइड Fe2O3. And what is the color of ferric oxide? What is the color of ferric oxide? It is reddish brown. It is reddish brown, just like the color of rust. Just like the color of rust. Along with this, we are going to get certain fumes, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Understood? So what were the observations of heating the ferrous sulfate crystals? When the ferrous sulfate crystals had water of crystallization, they were green. On heating, they lost the water of crystallization and turned white. And on further heating, the ferrous sulfate crystals converted into ferric oxide, which were reddish brown, and they gave two gases, that is sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. So this was the observation of this activity. Now that female was not still satisfied with thermal decomposition of ferrous sulfate. She took out another crystals, and that were lead nitrate. So then what did she do? She burnt those lead nitrate crystals in a test tube in a very similar manner, and she asked that what observations are obtained on heating lead nitrate. Again in a similar manner, she took a test tube, उसमें उसने क्या डाले? lead nitrate के crystals डाले, Bunsen burner की flame पे उनको heat किया, और heat करते ही she found that there were brown colored fumes coming up. Right? So let's quickly write the reaction of heating lead nitrate. Are you with me? Are you with me or no? So फटाफट से अपनी कॉपी निकालो, पेन निकालो और लिखना चालू कर दो. Now here what do we have? We have lead nitrate and we are going to heat this lead nitrate. On heating this lead nitrate, the female found that there was some brown colored fumes coming up and there was a new product being formed, right? So the new product was the simpler forms of this lead nitrate. The reactant was breaking down into simpler products. One of them was lead oxide. One of them was the solid of lead oxide. Then we have brown colored fumes, which were nitrogen dioxide, which was nitrogen dioxide. The nitrogen dioxide was in the formation of gas, was in the form of gas. Along with that, what did we get? We get oxygen, and oxygen was also in the form of gas. Oxygen was also in the form of gas. Understanding my point? हुआ क्या है यहाँ पे? लेड नाइट्रेट को एक टेस्ट ट्यूब में लिया है, उसको हीट किया है. हीट करने पर the lead nitrate got broken down into simpler products and that was lead oxide. Then we have brown fumes. नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड की कैसी फ्यूम्स है हमारे पास में? ब्राउन फ्यूम्स है. इस ऑब्जर्वेशन को अपनी कॉपी में मार्क करके रखना है. बात समझ में आ रही है? बिकॉज देर आर लॉट ऑफ टाइम सच क्वेश्चंस इज आस्क्ड. केस बेस्ड स्टडी में आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा दैट यू आर गिवन सर्टेन क्रिस्टल्स. ऑन हीटिंग दोज क्रिस्टल्स यू गेट ब्राउन कलर्ड फ्यूम्स. राइट दैट रिएक्शन. अंडरस्टूड? एंड दिस इज व्हाट? दिस इज अ डीकॉम्पोजिशन रिएक्शन. ऐसे 2-3 आपको हिंट्स दिए जाएंगे एंड यू विल बी आस्क्ड टू प्रोड्यूस दिस रिएक्शन. तो आप क्या लिखोगे यहाँ पर कि लेड नाइट्रेट है. ऑन हीटिंग दीज क्रिस्टल्स वी गॉट लेड ऑक्साइड. ब्राउन फ्यूम्स किसकी थी? नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड की. अलॉन्ग विद वी गेट ऑक्सीजन ऑल्सो इन फॉर्म ऑफ gas. So what are the observations on heating lead nitrate crystals? We got brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide and also we got lead oxide. Understanding my words? ठीक है. Now I am going to use electricity to break down my reactant. So whenever we are using electricity to break down any kind of reactant, that is known as electrolytic decomposition. Now this electricity work is a little scary. तो मैंने यहाँ पे एक बिल्कुल simple molecule लिया है. मैंने क्या किया है? I've taken water and I've passed electricity through it. This activity is also in your book and it is known as electrolysis of water. So now that female is again asking me, what happens on electrolysis of water? Now let's just see the apparatus once कि electrolysis of water में हमने किया क्या है. Can you see a pink colored mug here? We have taken a plastic pink colored mug. उसमें हमने से नीचे ड्रिल करके 2 होल्स बनाए एंड उसमें कॉर्क फिक्स कर दिया. कॉर्क को फिक्स करके उसमें हमने इलेक्ट्रोड्स डाल दी. देन वी हैव फिल्ड द मग विद वाटर. ऐसा मत सोचना कि पानी तो नीचे से लीक कर जाएगा. कॉर्क लगा हुआ है, हमने सील कर दिया है. राइट? सो हमने उसमें जो वाटर डाला, वाटर डालने के बाद हमने उसमें क्या किया? कुछ ड्रॉप्स ऑफ H2SO4 भी डाल दिए. क्या डाले? कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड H2SO4. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ वी हैव टेकन 2 टेस्ट ट्यूब्स. हमने 2 टेस्ट ट्यूब्स लिए. इन दोनों टेस्ट ट्यूब्स में हमने क्या किया? वाटर फिल किया एंड दोनों को इन इलेक्ट्रोड्स के ऊपर इन्वर्ट करके प्लेस कर दिया. अंडरस्टूड? द वाटर इज फिल्ड टिल द टिप ऑफ द टेस्ट ट्यूब्स. Now what are we doing? We are connecting both the electrodes with a 6-volt battery. Understood? What is happening is इन इलेक्ट्रोड्स में से हमारे पास में एक इलेक्ट्रोड क्या है? पॉजिटिव है और एक इलेक्ट्रोड क्या है? नेगेटिव है. द वन विच इज अ पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रोड इज नोन एज एनोड. जो हमारी पॉजिटिव इलेक्ट्रोड है वो क्या है? एनोड है. और जो हमारी नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड है वो कौन सी है? हमारी कैथोड है. वो कौन सी है? हमारी कैथोड है. नाउ व्हाट हैव आई डन? As soon as I connect the battery, I have turned on the switch. Now the electricity is passing through the water. And when the electricity is passing through the water molecule H2O. What is the water molecule? The water molecule H2O is breaking down into 2 other molecules, that is hydrogen gas and along with oxygen gas. This water was in the form of liquid. Right? So what have we done? We have broken down water with electricity into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Understood? Now there are 2 separate electrodes. दोनों गैसेस अपनी अपनी इलेक्ट्रोड्स को चूज करती हैं और अपनी अपनी इलेक्ट्रोड्स पे रिलीज होती हैं। ठीक है, अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, आपने जब भी कभी स्ट्रॉ से कुछ पिया है तो स्ट्रॉ में आपने अगर एयर पास करी तो क्या होती है? बबलिंग होती है। इन अ सिमिलर मैनर, whenever these gases start releasing, whenever the water molecule breaks down into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, we can observe bubbles. And the hydrogen gas, being positive in nature, moves towards the cathode. Where is hydrogen gas released? At the cathode. And the oxygen gas, being negative, it moves towards the positive electrode, that is anode. अब इसको याद करने का डीडी कोई तरीका बता दो. Please give it some kind of tip. So come on, DD has come with a tip here. You will remember this with HC, होशियार चंद. तो हमारा कैथोड क्या है? होशियार चंद है. जो हाइड्रोजन है वो किसके पास जा रही है? कैथोड के पास जा रही है. हाइड्रोजन कहाँ जा रही है? कैथोड पे जा रही है. And seeing this, anode is calling O2. 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 So how will you remember? The anode is calling O2 means oxygen is going to anode. Can you remember both of these? Cathode पे कौन जा रहा है? हाइड्रोजन. एनोड पे कौन जा रहा है? ऑक्सीजन जा रहा है. So what are the observations? That the water molecule decomposes into hydrogen and oxygen gases. Hydrogen and oxygen gases. We also observe formation of bubbles at both the electrodes. क्योंकि दोनों जगह गैसेस जा रही हैं. बबल्स क्या कर रहे हैं? वाटर तो ब्रेक डाउन होता जा रहा है, तो वाटर कम होता जाएगा. जो हमारी क्या है? टेस्ट ट्यूब्स हैं, उनमें से ये वाटर धीरे धीरे कम होता जाएगा. एंड इस प्लेस पे हमारी क्या फिल हो जाएंगी? हमारी इस प्लेस के ऊपर gases fill हो जाएंगी. On cathode we will have hydrogen and on anode we will have oxygen. So now volumes of gas collected at both the test tubes is different. कैसे different हुई? How is this different? You tell me. Now when you see this reaction, you see that the hydrogen is 2 times as compared to oxygen. Right? So there are 2 times of hydrogen and 1 times of oxygen. So the hydrogen release is 2 times more as compared to oxygen. So therefore we are saying the volume of gas collected at both the test tubes is different. आई बात समझ में? क्लियर हुआ? ये तीनों क्वेश्चंस की कौन सी इलेक्ट्रोड पे कौन सी गैस, कितनी गैस, ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस आपसे पूछे गए हैं आपकी एक्सरसाइज में. नाउ ये तो हो गया हमारा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का काम. नाउ आई वांट टू सी दैट हाउ इज लाइट प्लेइंग अ रोल इन डीकम्पोजिंग. सो व्हेनेवर वी हैव लाइट टू डीकम्पोज, break down a reactant, that reaction is known as photolytic decomposition, right? When the photons of light are responsible for the lysis, that is the breakdown, is known as photolytic decomposition. Decomposition occurring in presence of sunlight. Decomposition occurring in presence of sunlight. Now, what have we done? We have called a photographer. ये एक्टिविटी भी आपकी बुक में है. हमने एक फोटोग्राफर को बुलाया और हमने बोला कि आप AgCl से काम करते हो. He said yes. So he said कि मुझे AgCl को बहुत प्रोटेक्ट करके एक डार्क कलर्ड बॉटल में रखना पड़ता है. So I was very curious. I asked that why. So he said जो आपका AgCl है वो सनलाइट में डिकम्पोज हो जाता है. So I asked him that what are the observations obtained on photolysis of silver chloride. Let's quickly understand this with the help of an example equation जो मुझे इस photographer ने बताई. So the photographer explained me that, for example, this is AgCl, right? This AgCl is present in form of a powder. This powder is in white color. Understood? This powder is in form of white color. Now, whenever AgCl is exposed to sunlight, the Cl gas betrays Ag and it escapes, right? What does it do? Ag को अकेले छोड़ के चला जाता है एंड Cl क्या करता है? क्लोरीन गैस बना के एस्केप कर जाता है. क्या कर जाता है? एस्केप कर जाता है. So I was very sad to know this, that now Ag is all alone and it had turned gray. It had turned gray, right? So what did Ag turn to? Ag turned to gray color. Understood? बात समझ में आ गई? ऐसे ही उस फोटोग्राफर ने मुझे एक और बात बताई जहां पर उसने कहा कि सिमिलर पैटर्न हमारा ब्रोमीन भी करता है. We have another product, we have another reactant where we have AgBr, that is also in solid form. Now AgBr when gets exposed to sunlight, so Br also ditches Ag and it is released as Br2 bromine gas and it escapes, and here also sadly Ag is all alone. Understood? बात समझ में आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही है? So यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? जब हम AgCl और AgBr को सनलाइट से एक्सपोज कर रहे हैं, so that compound is being broken into silver and chlorine gas and silver and bromine gas respectively. What? Respectively. Understood? बात समझ में आ रही है? तो जब हमने क्या किया, हमने सिल्वर क्लोराइड को सनलाइट से एक्सपोज किया. ऑन एक्सपोजिंग द सिल्वर क्लोराइड got broken down into silver and the chlorine gas escaped. The chlorine gas escaped. So what are the observations? White silver chloride turned gray and there was release of chloride gas. Similar thing happened with AgBr, where on exposure to sunlight, the silver was ditched by bromine and the bromine gas escaped and silver was left behind all alone. So both these reactions are used in black and white photography. That's why I called a photographer to explain this. जो जिसका काम है वही तो best समझा सकता है ना. That's why I called a photographer to explain this. Understood? So these were what? These were all kinds of different energies which we used to breaking down the reactants. Now you must be seeing, you must be observing that in all these decomposition reactions, we need to give some kind of energy, either in form of heat, either in form of electricity, either in form of light. So whenever we have to give certain kind of energy for the reaction to happen, it is known as endothermic reaction. What it is known as? Whenever we have to give reactants some kind of energy for the reaction to take place, it is known as endothermic reactions. And there are many endothermic reactions which happen in nature also. And one of them is photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Where plants take up the carbon dioxide from air, water from the soil, and they use sunlight. To prepare glucose, right? Give up oxygen and water. So to run this reaction, what are we needing? We need photo, that is we need light energy. So this is also an endothermic reaction. And if we talk about an reaction, an equation which takes place in the lab, we have here barium hydroxide when reacts with ammonium chloride. So if barium hydroxide, let's write the reaction. Barium hydroxide, right? Barium has valency 2, hydroxide is 1. So it is BaOH whole twice. When reacts with ammonium chloride, both this is 1, this is 1. What do they give us? On reacting, this Ba goes and forms BaCl2 barium chloride with chlorine, BaCl2. What do we get? BaCl2. And we get ammonia. What do we get? Ammonia. What do we get? Ammonia. And along with that, we also get water. We get water. But do you know that to run this reaction, we also need to give heat. जब भी हमें इस रिएक्शन को करना होता है तो जो हमारा जो वेसल होता है उसका जो नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर है उससे वो वेसल कैसा हो जाता है? ठंडा हो जाता है, कोल्ड हो जाता है. दैट मीन्स दिस रिएक्शन एब्जॉर्ब्स हीट फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग्स एंड कंडक्ट्स द reaction. So this is also known as endothermic reaction. क्या है? Endothermic reaction. BaOH whole twice, barium hydroxide react with ammonium chloride. It absorbs heat from the surrounding and forms BaCl2, ammonia and water. Understood? So therefore this is also an endothermic reaction. Right? So this entire video was all about decomposition and endothermic reactions. So from today's video, we learnt about three things. We learnt about firstly the decomposition reactions and the endothermic reactions. We also knew that the how combination reaction is different from decomposition reaction, and we also saw the difference between the endothermic and the exothermic reactions. Let's quickly revise once again. During the thermal decomposition, we decompose calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. We decomposed calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Then we decomposed ferrous sulfate crystals which were green in color, but on thermal decomposition they made ferrous sulfate white crystals and 7 molecules of water evaporated. Then on further heating, ferrous sulfate formed ferric oxide which was red, and there were two gases, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Revise with me, repeat with me. On heating lead nitrate crystals, we got lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. What was the color of nitrogen dioxide? It was brown. It was brown. Now let's know about the electrolytic decomposition of water. So water on electrolysis decompose into hydrogen and oxygen gases. Water decompose into hydrogen and oxygen gases. And when we did photolytic decomposition, AgCl decomposed into silver and chlorine gas escaped. Similarly, when we decomposed the AgBr, silver bromide, we got silver and the bromine gas escaped. Now let's quickly differentiate between the combination and the decomposition reaction. In the combination reaction, there were two or more substances that combined to form one product, whereas in decomposition, there was a single reactant which broke down to form simple products. In combination reaction, mostly, mark my word, mostly all reactions are exothermic. Mostly combination reactions are exothermic, but decomposition, all reactions are endothermic. If we take an example, we can see here when we burn coal in presence of oxygen, we get carbon dioxide. And for decomposition, when we do electrolysis of water, we get hydrogen and oxygen gas. Now let's quickly revise the exothermic and the endothermic reaction. So exothermic reaction is one where we get energy along with the products, where we get heat along with the products, like it happened in the case of respiration. In respiration, we get energy, whereas in case of endothermic reaction, we have to give energy to the reactants to form products. Like in the case of photosynthesis, we had to give sunlight for the formation of food of plants. Now we have studied a lot. Let's take a small test. Here the first question asks us, choose the reaction that explains decomposition of light. And during the decomposition of light, we read about the two examples, that is AgCl breaking down into Ag and Cl2. So here we have the correct answer as A. Jumping on to the next question, where the question is asking us to complete the equations. So when we thermally decompose calcium carbonate, what do we get? We get calcium oxide along with carbon dioxide, and this calcium oxide is form of solid. And when we thermally decompose lead nitrate crystals, we get lead oxide, we get brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide, it's a gas, and we get oxygen also as gas. So let's jump on to the last question, where it is said decomposition of lead nitrate is electrolytic decomposition. Is it electrolytic, or did we heat the lead nitrate crystals? It is not electrolytic but thermal decomposition. This means that this statement is false. Right? So I hope that you have very well understood the decomposition and the endothermic reaction. Didi will see you on the other side. Till then, bye-bye.